She was just so sweet, and I just took her for granted because I'm like, she's sweet. She ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? She married now, like she should be. You know what I'm saying? With like 3, 4 kids, like she should be. But she always had those wifely qualities. You know, she was
That's
always
the one
just
you let
sweet.
get away.
One of them. You know what I'm saying?
One of
That was
them,
one of my.
right?
That was
My,
like my
do
earliest
you
one.
see? Do you see my point now? What that was one of them that you let get away. How'd you make out in life?
But
Otherwise,
everybody, but not to be cocky, but everybody not me. You feel me? Some people got 1 or 2 chances. Some dudes might get 15 to 20, but luckily, you know what I'm saying. That shit like a bus for me. That shit always gonna run. So what I'm talking about is, but some dudes don't always get that opportunity. So they might
if
have
so,
one
if that's the
or
case,
two,
if
but
that's
you
the
can't
case, why
guarantee
did you
that.
need her?
You
If
said
you made out
how?
okay in life, right? You made out in life. You made out okay in life, regardless, right? Regardless of being
Did
able to
I?
have this one that you let get away. Did you?
What I'm saying is getting out. What does get out look like? Like you got a crib, you got some money. Like you could have all of that
Yeah.
shit. You could gain the world and lose your soul. Like
Yep.
I'm all right. My
Did
mother's
you
gone.
lose
My
your
father's
soul?
gone. Like I got a lot of loss in my life. So what I'm trying to say this. So yeah, I made it, but I've lost a lot of people along the way. So it would have been nice to still have her here because I know she cared and I know she loved me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you open the door because eventually you get tired of the process and you meet this one and you meet that one and you meet this one and then it becomes like you start to wound up. So you're fine. You got money. You can go places. But what's life without someone that you know gives a fuck about you? You know what I'm saying? So
So
yeah, I've
have you
met
been
more,
having
but it's
trouble
not it's
since?
not like her though.
You saying but the bus keep running,
The
right?
bus keep
So
running, but sometimes sometimes I'm like fuck it, I'm gonna walk. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm just saying like I can get on the bus, but I might get an Uber this time. Like just because I got it's like somebody who got money. Eventually, you get tired of buying shit. You get tired of shopping spree. You just be like, man, fuck it. I'm just about to. Remember on Batman when he was the man, but he had to break himself to what he became. He act like he was just homeless. So you can get tired of that shit too. But I'm blessed to have that opportunity though.
damn, I'm more confused now.
What I
Um,
what I got from what you
Well, look,
said, what I got from what you said is impact. She made an impact, and I
Yes.
think that's the interchangeable word that you can meet people, a body, a willingness, but that impact is not going to be consistent. You're not always going to meet that person who can impact you. That's both male and female. So I
Yes.
respect for you being vulnerable, my brother. That respect.
Yeah. Shout
yeah,
And
out to
but
Christina. She watching.
I want to point out to the point you made earlier, Trip. You said, but you'll find another one. You'll see another one. How many times do we talk about how men don't have those opportunities to meet these women? How with so many men struggling nowadays and they can't build good relationships and they're not meeting quality people. Maybe they met them already and they fumbled. You fumbled the person that you actually needed, and now you can't meet anyone else. Now that quality of person is no longer there. We talk about this all the
um,
time.
You
two
always
things
need
should be right at
somebody.
the same time. Most of those dudes we talk about haven't had that one opportunity to meet that one woman who would have treated them well. That's that point. So yeah, I don't know.
I
That
don't
kind
think
of falls
so.
flat.
I think
No, really, no,
they
really.
didn't
I talked
want
to enough
that
men
one
about
woman
that.
that would treat them well. They wanted something else.
It's
Yeah,
not
but
that.
your perspective is completely different, right? It would be impossible for you to really empathize with the male experience. It's really not the same. It really isn't. Like I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you, like you don't understand that in such a way where you could literally go outside with a bonnet on and slippers out of shape, and somebody's still going to try to bag you, right? Men don't have that luxury. We have to be on point. We have to know how to speak to women. We have to know how to look. We have to know how to smell good. We got to have riz. All this shit. Y'all take that for granted. You acting like women are just falling out of the damn sky. That's not the case. Dudes don't get women like that. Like if you one of these guys, you one of them boys, sure, because all y'all like the same dudes. Them dudes is not worried about that. Once you get to that top 10, 20%, we get it. They're gonna get it. And those are the guys that you're thinking about. Like, oh, you messed that up. That's what's good for you. This is karma now. This is karma now. Now you can't find a woman to love you because you fumbled it. Nah, the dudes I'm talking about, they never had a shot in the first place. Ever. Like they really have been trying and never had that shot. That's all I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That's
And
a real
even
thing for a lot of dudes.
and even the guys that get girls, Ty, body count don't mean you got her heart. See, a lot of women give a body to mad niggas. They never gave their heart to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So dudes who be getting a lot of girls, because getting girls is not that hard. It's getting their heart is the hard part. It's getting their vulnerability. That's the hard part. And once upon a time, that came with the body. Once upon a time, you have sex with a girl, you gotta get rid of her. You my boyfriend now. Now that's just, they could have sex with you and have sex with another nigga, and their heart was never given to anybody. They just
In
get
the
their
same
body
day.
away.
I will say that as far as women saying they don't need a man, I think everybody pretty much agreed that it's a subjective stance, and depending on who's using the stance, it could be extreme or it actually can make logical sense. You just got to have further conversation to be able to peel back the layers. But I think that society, for the most part, when we do hear it, I think it's something scary happened, or there's a scary thing that could take place that I don't think men compensated for happening, and it actually happened. And I think we built the infrastructure. We had enough brains to develop the technology in society so that women can reach the audacity to say that they don't need us by way of being able to reach some type of financial stability and survive on their own, and look at man for what he typically offered to the table and cross it off and say that, well, I can do this and I'm actually willing to unalive alone. If that's the cost, that's how willing they're feeling to go. I don't think we compensated for, I don't think we thought ahead enough to where we was able to anticipate that the woman today is willing to go the limit. She's willing to go the distance for the sake of her own happiness, for the sake of being treated the right way in cases. So we didn't know that whenever, we were developing society ahead of time. And it just hit us in the face. And now you got a lot of women that's out here that's actually doing well for themselves to where they can actually cry out and say they don't need them. And then whenever you ask the question, well, why would you say that? Oftentimes she would articulate that, well, the things that I need a man for specifically, I can do it on my own. And I haven't yet discovered a man who can provide other things, or she have walled herself off in a way to where she haven't opened up the ability to understand a man, other things that a man could actually bring that she might just develop a need for. So there's so many facets that start to unlock when you take a dive down the layers. A lot of people just not intellectually driven to be able to go that far without having to run into mental gymnastics and get exhausted. So like people like Philosophical, like when you hear those brothers speak, you can see that those guys are able to do that because they have the mind frame for it. So when I listen to people on these panels, sort of like when Illa come in here and we're talking about history and where you come from, I would argue that those sessions or those panel sessions was a need for me, because what it did was it unlocked the need for me, or the urgency for me to read more instead of the books that I was reading. And whenever I started reading those things, it started to unlock things that tools that I'm able to use in my life, to where now it's grown a necessity. It's grown to a vital point to where now that if I didn't have it, I would have to reinvent or re-engineer the lifestyle I have now. So, and I don't really give people credit on live. I used to do in the back chat, but because I had the time to play, I just give a brother his props on that.
All right.
Well, Darwin, thank you for growing up in 2020. Shout out to you, brother. You know what? Because I was gonna cook your ass. I've been sitting on a burner with you for a minute, but I'm gonna let you. But we are good because I'm fair now, and it's not. And one thing I respect is public shit, because we had a little skirmish public. You apologize publicly. It's all good. I respect you too. We don't always agree, but when you on your shit, when you like your professional, like I can learn from you too as well, brother. But with that being said, I think that we didn't figure it out. It wasn't our idea that these women would turn into this. But what we got to realize is we didn't curate this system. System was curated by somebody else. And trust me, brother, they knew exactly what they was doing. They knew exactly how this was going to affect the population. They knew exactly that when they empowered our women, that it would cause their chaos is caused now. So don't ever think this is just we was blindsided, but the people that curated this shit, because behind feminism is a YT man. I don't give a fuck what you think. So let's not forget that this system was curated by somebody that doesn't have our best interests in mind. That's why a lot of women, they talk about the patriarchy. It's like, whose patriarchy? Let's get specific, because it ain't ours. So we're under a patriarchy from another man, just like y'all are. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to you, brother. We all good, man.